Hey, fellow entrepreneurs, I hope you're doing well today. I have a great book that I discovered recently and just finished that I want to share with you today, and my top takeaway that may help you out in your business too. Now, this book is called Competing Against Luck by Clay Christensen, and it's talking about a general innovation framework called Jobs to Be Done, which, if you understand this framework, it's really useful, in my opinion, to help you build new products or services, or just in general think about how to improve your business. Now, Clay is a Harvard Business School professor, and he does take a very academic and theory-based approach to the question of innovation. And you may think like that's too theoretic. It's not going to help with entrepreneurship. But with this interesting lens, it really helps shift your thinking completely, and has numerous cases in the past and also people using this case actively to create innovation. So it has a track record in the real world too. Now, I want to share with you one of the main stories that he tells in the book that will make this whole idea of jobs to be done more clear. Basically, the high-level summary is that some consultants were working with some restaurants, or some fast food chains rather, to improve their different food products that they offered and increase revenue, right? They were saying like, we want to sell more of these milkshakes. So the business did a lot of studies, did customer interviews, talked to people, asked them like, how can we make this milkshake better? They're like, make it taste sweeter or bigger sizes, or all those different changes they tried, but it didn't move the needle when it came to overall sales and revenue generated by the milkshakes. So when these two consultants took Professor Christensen's class, they learned about this jobs to be done theory, which essentially asks yourself or your customer, what job are they hiring your product or service to do? In the case of milkshake, it's a kind of a weird question to ask, but you should ask them, what are you specifically hiring the milkshake to do at this circumstance and moment in time? And there may be a lot of different ones, but one interesting thing they noticed is that a lot of people bought it in the morning. And so they asked them and really dug into their job that they were trying to do. And turns out that they were trying to find a way to fill themselves up a little bit so that they can have a quick breakfast, not be dirty in the car, be easy to hold with one hand, and take a while to finish so it's not finished too quickly, not be dirty, and just get them through the day until noon, lunchtime. And so there are all these complex different ways and considerations involved with that job that they didn't think of earlier. So it wasn't the taste or the size or something like that. Rather, if you think about it that way, then the milkshake isn't competing with other milkshake options. For example, it could be competing against like a Snickers bar, or like grabbing a banana on the go or something like that, right? There are many different options to fill that job, not necessarily in the immediate category milkshakes that you think of. And so they instead, after understanding the jobs to be done of the customer, could fix things like change the viscosity of the milkshake, make it very quick to grab and go since there was like a morning thing and they don't want to wait in line a long time. So all these different considerations, they can improve the process and improve the product when understanding the jobs to be done. And that caused a great increase in sales of the milkshake. And maybe also they could add other products that fulfill that job as well, that were totally different than what they were envisioning before. So this is a very valuable lens, if you can't tell right now, very valuable for me at least. And I started seeing things in a different way. Like Netflix, for example, their jobs to be done could be framed as something like deliver great entertainment in an easy and accessible manner to their customers. And so if you remember the old days of Netflix, they sent DVDs that you could pick like a few at a time and then send back whenever you wanted. That was going really well. They were growing fast. They got market share. They got profits. But they shifted to online cloud streaming. And people might have thought like, what are they doing? They're already having a really successful business model. Why are they doing something seemingly completely different? But if you think about it from a jobs theory perspective, it's the same, right? Their goal is to deliver great entertainment to customers in an easy, accessible manner. So having it online where they can have a wider selection immediately at their fingertips, this is a way better solution to the job they're trying to do. So movie watchers went from firing Blockbuster to going to Netflix DVD model to firing that to going to their streaming services, right? That's the logical progression, each delivering a better and better solution than the one before. And that's why you may have noticed Netflix started their own studio to create great content, because that's also part that deliver great entertainment part of their job. And with that, they need to be able to have great content in their portfolio. It's also funny because a lot of my prior projects that didn't quite succeed to the extent I wanted, viewed through a jobs lens, I didn't focus on the ultimate job to be done. What progress do they want to make in their life, under what circumstance, and what are they firing in order to get there? And it may be something like non-consumption or something in a totally different category, right? And so the possible competitors are way different than you'd originally imagine. So in the future, I will be using jobs theory extensively, along with other ones I've read like customer development and customer interview techniques, the NICE process, and so forth. I still like all of them. This is just a new way of looking at similar ideas. So for any business owner in any different field, right? Food, education, technology, whatever, you can use this to improve your business, improve your experience, products, services, whatever, right? Rather than just going in the dark and saying like, what can I do to make my milkshake better, when that's not the point. So read it, let me know what you think. And if you know other books similar to this one that are just great for business owners, let me know down in the comments below. I hope this was helpful to you. And if you like it, please smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.